Hospital Roblox has way deeper lore than it looks, and if you thought you knew everything about this game, you need to forget what you heard before because recent updates, deleted secrets, and hidden dialogues just changed the entire story. In this video, I'm going to explain the fully updated lore of Animal Hospital Roblox, including why the Fukushima radiation theory was officially wiped from the game, who Dr. Harlow is actually working for, the horrifying truth about Ron from Accounting's disappearance, and undeniable proof that Stalker is indeed Rathew's missing sister Rattina. At first glance, Animal Hospital looks like a simple Roblox horror game where you get hired for a night shift, treat patients, check if they are normal or anomalies, and try your best to survive until morning. But the deeper you go, the more you realize that something is terribly wrong with this facility. The patients are not just sick, the monsters are not just random spawns, and some characters know way more than they are letting us know. Let's start with the hospital itself and Dr. Harlow. At the beginning, Dr. Harlow hires us, explains the basics, and tells us to keep our sanity under control. But Dr. Harlow isn't just a strict supervisor running a clinic. He's actually receiving constant shipments directly from the Animal Corporation. But these shipments aren't life-saving medicines or treatments, they are mutation injections. We learn more about this through Liz, the Fox character who brings us a camera to investigate patients who previously visited the hospital for routine checkups. When you take photos of these patients, even if they look completely healthy to the naked eye, the camera reveals their terrifying, mutated true forms. In fact, the last patient you photograph literally turns into a monster right in front of you and walks away. This proves that Animal Hospital isn't trying to cure anyone at all. It is a testing facility where patients are injected with mutation formulas and forced to come back for regular checkups just so the staff can observe how their mutations are progressing. And now, we have to talk about a massive new entity that was just added to the game, Slimebert. Originally, Slimebert was just a secret monster hidden entirely outside the map, but now, he is officially part of the main game. Starting right after Shift 11, Slimebert triggers a terrifying special shift. When this happens, the entire hospital turns green and gets completely covered in toxic slime. To handle this situation, the Animal Corporation sends in their Hazmat team to clean the walls and restore order. But Slimebert isn't just a passive anomaly. He actively wanders around the hospital, devouring patients right out of their beds. In fact, during my playthrough, he literally ate Ron from Accounting and even swallowed members of the Animal Corporation's own Hazmat crew. Unlike Rattina, who stays hidden in the shadows because of her shy personality, Slimebert is aggressive, reckless, and shows zero fear. He seems to be a rogue biological experiment that gained its own terrifying consciousness. And the worst part, you cannot destroy him. Even if you blast him with a fire extinguisher, it only freezes him for about 20 seconds before he starts roaming and eating again, forcing you to survive until the Hazmat team finishes cleaning up the hospital. Speaking of the Hazmat team, this special shift introduces another huge new lore character named Sam. Sam is a cat wearing a full Hazmat suit who used to work for the Animal Corporation before he was mysteriously fired. Now unemployed, Sam walks into the hospital looking for work and will keep coming back every single night until you hire him. Once hired, Sam uses his gun to help you defend against anomalies. But why was Sam actually fired by the Animal Corporation in the first place? Just like Liz, who was cast out after digging into the truth behind the mutated checkups, Sam likely discovered something top secret during his time on the Hazmat cleanup team. The Animal Corporation tried to silence him by throwing him out, but now Sam is on our side, helping us survive the very nightmares his former bosses created. Now, I know that previously, everyone believed the mutations were connected to a Japanese newspaper found outside the map that mentioned Fukushima, nuclear reactor meltdowns, and radiation. I used to think the animals mutated because of a nuclear disaster too, but we have to completely remove this theory from the lore now. Because the Japanese player community reacted very sensitively to the real-life disaster reference, the developers officially deleted that newspaper from the game entirely. You can no longer find it anywhere. This means the mutations were never an accidental nuclear disaster. They are 100% man-made biological experiments created by the Animal Corporation. This brings us to Ron from Accounting, who plays a massive role in revealing the truth. Ron works for the Animal Corporation alongside Dr. Harlow, and he explicitly confirms that the patients are infected. But Ron reveals even more. He mentions that he used to have a co-worker named Rattina who worked with him at the Animal Corporation before she mysteriously disappeared and turned into a monster. Around shift 18 to 20, Ron tells you that he has an upcoming meeting with the boss and nervously mentions how short-tempered and ruthless this boss is. If you help Ron, check him in, and treat him, you unlock a secret achievement called Ron's Last Treatment. After that shift, Ron never appears in the game again. Knowing how the Animal Corporation operates, Ron didn't just resign or get fired. He knew too much, he talked too much, and his meeting with the boss likely ended with him being forcibly injected with a mutation formula as punishment. It is almost certain that we will see Ron return as a new monster in future updates. This leads directly into the truth behind Stalker. We now have 100% confirmation on who Stalker really is. In one of his dialogues, Ron directly tells us, "Do you ever feel like someone is peeking at you from around the corner? You're not imagining it. That's Rattina. She's just really shy." This connects perfectly with what her brother Ratthew told us earlier, where he mentioned that Rattina was extremely shy in real life. That explains why Stalker doesn't attack you like an aggressive brute. She stalks you, observes you from behind walls, and vanishes the moment you look at her, because Rattina's shy human personality is still reflecting through her mutated form. Furthermore, after shift 20, Stalker appears and hands the player an Animal Corporation application form. A random monster wouldn't carry corporate paperwork unless she was is a former employee of that exact company. Also, in older versions of the game, holding up a photo of Rattina to Stalker would cause the photo to burn up or disappear, but in the current version, the photo no longer disappears. This shows that Stalker is no longer upset or in denial about her past human form. She has fully accepted what the shadow experiment turned her into. So where does Ratthew fit into all of this? When Ratthew first appears, marked with question marks, he tells us that being small has its advantages because he can hear and see things others can't. Ratthew used his size to sneak into offices, including Ron's, where he chewed through classified experiment files. He discovered that his sister Rattina was subjected to the shadow experiment in room 5, before disappearing after shift 9 to hide from the government and the Animal Corporation. Ratthew leaves us the secret key to room 5, which contains the briefcase, Rattina's photo, and the note confirming that the shadow experiment was a success. Ratthew didn't just run away, he went underground to gather more information, and he will undoubtedly return in future shifts once the plot against the Animal Corporation unfolds further. Finally, we have to talk about the hidden dialogues with Dr. Harlow that trigger between shifts. Every now and then, Dr. Harlow comes out to sit and rest in the main hallway, giving the player a rare chance to talk to him over a cup of peppermint tea. If you bring him the tea, he lets you choose a topic to discuss: Barney, Ratthew, or the Animal Corporation. But no matter which topic you select, the outcome is basically the same. He doesn't drop any massive revelations or give us useful answers, just subtle hints and teases for future updates. However, there is one extremely suspicious detail I noticed during one of his breaks on shift 22. The moment Rattina, or Stalker, walked into the hospital, Dr. Harlow immediately stood up and walked away. Then, as soon as Rattina left the area, Dr. Harlow calmly returned to his spot. Why did he run? It's very likely he either feels immense guilt for what happened to her, or he simply can't bear to look at the horrifying monster the Animal Corporation created under his watch. Either way, this confirms beyond a doubt that Dr. Harlow is one of the main villains of this story, actively assisting and covering up all the dirty experiments carried out by the Animal Corporation. Meanwhile, the storyline with Barney the serial killer and Officer Duckman proves that the hospital isn't just dealing with mutated experiments, but also attracting dangerous criminals. Barney acts friendly, asking for coffee, but he is actually a wanted killer. When Officer Duckman comes searching for him, the player is forced to choose whether to hide Barney or turn him in. If you turn him in, he attacks and escapes, showing how dangerous he really is. But if you hide him, he rewards you. This choices system shows that Animal Hospital is a lawless containment zone where criminals, corrupt doctors, government agents, and mutated test subjects all cross paths. Everything in Animal Hospital connects back to the Animal Corporation. They set up a fake medical facility run by Dr. Harlow, who hires disposable interns for deadly night shifts to test and monitor the mutations. Rattina was experimented on and became the shadow known as Stalker. Ratthew is on the run trying to expose the truth and save his sister. And Ron from accounting was likely turned into the next experiment after his final meeting with the boss. Dr. Harlow keeps sending new workers into the shift to collect data, using everyone as guinea pigs. And if you thought the Animal Corporation had any moral limits left, the latest update completely shatters that idea with the addition of the tiny anomaly. This is a miniature-sized anomaly, which confirms something truly disturbing. It's a child. The developers have now officially introduced a child patient into Animal Hospital who was subjected to the exact same horrific mutation experiments. The Animal Corporation has zero honor, zero empathy, and will experiment on absolutely anyone to achieve their goals. Seeing how ruthless they are, I honestly wouldn't be surprised at all if in the next update we find out what really happened to Ron from accounting after he talked too much. They almost certainly mutated him as punishment for knowing the truth. And I wouldn't be surprised if Ratthew never comes back either, because the Animal Corporation could have easily tracked him down and eliminated him while he was in hiding. It's undeniably fascinating to watch this deep lore unfold, but at the same time, it's heartbreaking to see such dark fates strike these beloved characters. So the next time you see Stalker peeking from around a corner, remember that you aren't just looking at a monster, you are looking at Rattina. What do you think happened to Ron after his last treatment? And do you think Ratthew will come back to help us take down the Animal Corporation? Drop your theories in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Animal Hospital Roblox lore!